huge thanks for joining myself this afternoon. Now, I'm going to introduce you to Ruban Selvanyagam, who's been featured in a number of press and high-level property events in the last year or two. In fact, recently in the last month, featured in Negotiator magazine. Was that magazine? Yep. So, Ruben, do you want to just come in a bit? So, hello. So, Anil, thanks for joining myself. Let me just swivel the camera because the questions are more for, well, Anil, Jay. Sorry, the questions aren't for you, Jay. Questions are for Ruben. So, Ruben, it's called Local Housing Market Insights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So you're presenting on the 23rd of this month. Just to summarise some of the key benefits of the software. For me, the one thing I see straight away, I know I'm off screen slightly. One of the benefits is the dashboard. I don't know if you call it the dashboard.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it software. I'd call it more of a tool.
Tool. Come in, Ruben.
It's a tool that we've been building over the last kind of 6 months, really, and it's attached to our website called Property Solvers. We're not developers or software developers or anything like that, but we just kind of built it really as a bit of a tool that we saw that wasn't in the market really. Essentially there's two main forms of data that you can access from it. First is the amount of time it's taken for properties to sell in any given postcode in the UK. So that's essentially from the point that...
And just to add, at the moment, this is free. So if someone wants to have a look at this after the video...
Yeah, it's free.
For this month. Now, it may be longer than just this month, but just as a disclaimer.
Yeah, it's free. You don't need to register or anything like that. You just go straight to the URL. I'm sure you can whack it on.
So we can put it in the bottom, but is Local Housing Market Insights, or is there another, or is it easier to add?
If you put Property Solvers Local Housing Market Insights, but yeah, the idea really is to kind of start with this really, because it was something that I couldn't see that was out in the market, and it's often a frustrating part of the selling process, trying to understand how long it's going to take to sell a property and what you're actually going to get after it's put on the market.
What I like best though is, I know you don't call it a dashboard, but the tool, it's really simple to see. It's black and white, to be fair. It says, for example, if we look at E10, for example, an area which I know well, which is Stratford/Leighton, it will say it takes 14 weeks for a property to sell.
Yeah, so that's basically we're updating it every month, and it tracks the last year's worth of sales.
Now, go on.
Sorry, yeah. So essentially what we're doing is we're tracking the point at which a property hits the market on Rightmove. So it goes on for an initial asking price of, say, in E10, I'd say maybe, let's say 500,000. In reality, a lot of properties, especially at the moment, are not really selling for their asking prices because estate agents often go through a process where they're trying to get your business. So they'll often tell you that your property is worth a lot more than it actually is in reality. So you can see the an average of the initial asking prices and what that average is of the sold prices that they eventually sell for via the land registry. So we're tracking that process from the moment it's listed right through from the viewings, the negotiation, the conveyancing process, right through to exchange completion. So we know exactly the initial price and the price the property was sold for, and the amount of time it takes for that whole process.
So let's just use that case study, E10. We saw it took 14 weeks. What else would end users find out about E10, for example?
Those are the two main data sets that we've got at the moment, really. The time it takes and the difference between the asking and the sold prices. So,
and you can enter any postcode in terms of England?
England, Wales and Scotland as well. We're covering.
Okay.
So, the idea was to really kind of pinpoint those areas. Northern Ireland is something that we could potentially do down the line, but at the moment, England, Wales and Scotland, yeah.
So look, what would be the benefit of people coming along on the 23rd of May? What will you be sharing?
Okay, yeah, so on the 23rd, even though I haven't prepared anything yet, the idea is to focus on the London market, the Greater London market, and I'm noticing some massive disparities in terms of the asking prices and sold prices. So what I'm going to do is collate some data on different parts of London to kind of see which areas are selling the fastest and which areas are where the asking prices are a lot different to the actual sold prices. Because I'm often seeing that differences can be as much as kind of 150k in certain parts of London. So it's quite interesting to kind of see
look,
how the prices
I may be wrong here, Ruben, but 150k sounds huge.
But these
so
are the kind of
central?
central parts of London.
So we're talking Kensington, Mayfair, Chelsea.
I'll have to get the data for you. I'll do some research and get back to you on that one.
Don't quote the areas then.
Yeah.
Until you come along on 23rd of May.
Yeah.
So it's a Thursday evening. Look, it's the only time that Ruben's confirmed to give this presentation so far. Look, so I'm really delighted. I'm sure Ruben will be contacted after the event as well, because it's such useful information. So Ruben, any final words to add? So just a website again, just a reminder of the website.
Yes, so I really should simplify the URL, but it's Property Solvers / if you put propertysolvers.co.uk and then you go into our navigation, you'll see it. It's quite easy to find on our website.
And a little bit about who Property Solvers are. So, because not everyone will know who Property Solvers are.
Okay, yeah. So we're professional house buyers. I've been a landlord for about 13 years now. So we do direct-to-vendor marketing. So we're looking for properties all over the UK.
And what specifically are you looking for in terms of properties?
Well,
is it all
mainly
margins?
Sorry?
It's partly, of course, to do with margins.
Yeah.
Also, my understanding is purely residential, not commercial, which you're looking for.
Yeah, residential properties anywhere in the UK. We buy properties any condition. We're cash buyers, so we're able to buy within a very short time frame. And yeah, we've also got things like a blog and stuff like that on our website. So be interesting to come along to your event. And haven't been to many networking events over the last couple of years. Really, I've been kind of a bit slack on them, to be honest. So it'd be good to kind of get my teeth stuck into an event again. So
look, as I say, 23rd of May. It's a Thursday evening. Really easy venue to get to. Be interesting to see what SE1 comes up as well.
Yeah.
So SE1 is the postcode of the venue, or part of the postcode. I have to admit, I don't know the full venue postcode, but on Eventbrite, it's got all the address details. Key thing is you don't really need to know the postcode for the event, because it's literally yards away from the Shard. It's easy to get to. Literally come out of the Shard, a 10-second walk, and you're at a fantastic venue, London Bridge Hotel. No, it's not a massive venue. It's comfortably about 40, 50. We can fit a few more extras in as well, but I would urge you, if you are coming along, to get your tickets early. Don't leave it too late. As I say, it's the only time this year I've got Ruben speaking. The hand on heart, I'm running out of, in terms of speakers or dates in terms of this year, because I've got less and less events than last year. I've already spoken to speakers about 2020, so it's the only time I can bring Ruben into this format. I'm sure that there's going to be some online activity possibly between myself and Ruben at some point as well, particularly depending on your feedback and more questions. So that's it really. Massive thanks to Ruben taking time out this afternoon, and thank you as well.